In fact, see you back immediately. Okay, welcome back to our members only event. This is a members only event now for everybody. And thank you so much for being here. We're going to do a live phone in. So let me click this. I've got a couple of adjustments to make. Do this, do this. Okay, the redirect to the next show is set. And there we go. I'm going to change the playlist so members can see that we are doing a members event. So let me scroll down and add the playlist, which is members, upcoming members only. There we go. Save. Okay. So what we're going to do now, everybody here is a member on the stream, a member on of the channel. So I'm going to give the phone-in link now. Okay, make sure I've got the comments up. Welcome everybody, pop out chat. Okay, here we go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to give you the live phone in, and I'm hoping that MSK, because he is a member, of course, he will call in. Otherwise, this is going to look really, really silly because the idea was MSK would call in. So here we go, MSK or anybody else. So live video phone in. Live video phone in. I'm hoping we're going to see MSK in the chat. There it is. Oh, that's Christopher Pennington. Oh, my dear. I apologize for that. Remove that. Live video phone in. Let's try that again. Live video phone in. Pin the message to the top. Do we have MSK in the chat? Doesn't look like it. Yes, there is time. Call in now. Right, the phone line is open. There are all the spots. I don't see MSK. Hopefully he's here. We are members only now. This was set up for him because we didn't reach the target, but we had that great big super chat from Christopher Pennington, so I decided I was going to do it, but for members only. All right, so MSK, where is he? No one can see him. Ah, is he here? Yes, he's here. He's here. Right, he's made it. MSK. Right, MSK, there is your link at the top. And anybody else who wishes to call in, all right, there is the phone-in line. We've got 10 spots. So let's see if we can get him on. All right. I stand corrected. Sensei has just told me MSK never said he was going to call in. So there you go. Apparently he might not even call in. Yes, I sent a message. Is he not going to call in then? Oh dear. What a bloody disaster. Well, it hasn't. At the end of the day, we didn't get 10 super chats anyway, so we don't have to do a live phone in. Anyway, this is an extra bonus for all the members. So at the end of the day, if nobody wants to phone in, then I'll just end it anyway. So I'll give you a minute. Sebi said he wants to call in. He said this earlier. Ah, here we go. Sebi wants to call in. So, right, here we go. We're going to go to guest spot number 1. I've got a guest who wants to call in, so let me bring Seb live on the show. Seb, good afternoon. You're live on the show. Welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing very well indeed. Where are you calling in from?
I appreciate you picking up.
Where are you calling in from? I think you might be watching on YouTube. End your YouTube and just be through the broadcast software. So turn off YouTube and just speak to me through the phone-in software that I gave you. Okay? Okay, can you hear me better now?
All right.
That's better. That's better. Okay. You can watch it back on YouTube later.
All right. Sorry about that.
That's okay. This is just so we can talk properly. Could you just come away from the light a little bit? I'm getting lights coming straight into this. I can't really see. We can't see you. We're getting lens flare. That's better.
Oh, sorry.
That's much better.
Oh, sorry.
No, please don't apologize. It's absolutely fine. Where are you calling in from?
Connecticut, man.
Connecticut. Wonderful. Lovely to have you here. And you are quite new to the channel, I believe.
Yes, sir. I'm very new. I just joined probably last month.
You did. Fantastic. So what's your comment and question? What can we do for you?
Well, so you guys were talking about XRP. I had I want to say $400 invested into it. I lost nothing crazy. I'm starting from a small account, so but I had $400 in it, and then it went down. And I'm also using Moomoo as a trader app. But basically, my question is, you said people are saying not to sell it, and I know you said you weren't buying any for a while. So I'm kind of wondering if I should just hold on to it and wait till you say you buy it, and then you know what I'm saying, or
okay,
or I don't know.
Right.
I know you're not a financial advisor, so I gotta.
Right. I'll tell you what we'll do. We've got more people now joining in. We can have a debate about this. Let me put you up here to guest spot number 8 at the top. We're going to put RB. RB wants to tune in. Let's put RB in spot number 9. There's RB. RB's not on camera. So I'm just going to...
Hello. Hang on here.
Hang on a minute.
I'll come back. Let me get there. I'll get on camera here.
Okay. So, Seb, look. When I say that I don't give financial advice, it's not because you can't. People say on YouTube, they say it all the time, you're not allowed to say it. You can say whatever you like. We're free speech here, broadcast, but they say it because it kind of they worry about being sued and all the rest of it. It's nonsense. You can say what you like.
No, I figured.
Yeah, the reason why I say it is for the right reasons. It's because I don't want to give you financial advice because I'm not a licensed financial advisor, more importantly, but I don't know your full situation. And the most important thing is this. Remember, the price of the stock market or the crypto or whatever you're investing in is just the price. It's not the value of the asset or the business. It's just the price that people are prepared to pay today while trading. That's it. All right. I could say to you, as I've used this example many, many times, take my business. I earn at the moment about $100,000 a year on YouTube. That's my income. Okay, it's amazing, really. I started 4 years ago with zero. Dope. Amazing, isn't it? 2 years ago, 4 years ago, I earned zero. And for the first 2 years, I earned zero. Then it was $1, then 2. And I've kept on going. And here we are today. So my business then is worth $200,000 because most people would value what you earn today and what you earn next year. I'm just going to mute Doug just a second. I'm bringing. Oh, Doug, just heard some noise there. Just for a moment. So you would value my business to be worth $200,000. What I'm earning this year and what I'm earning next year. Makes sense, right? That's how people value your business. As long as you are well managed, well funded, not in debt, not likely to go bankrupt, you'd value me at $200,000. So you'd say if I only had one share available to buy the whole business, it'd be worth a $200,000 share. Or if I had 200,000 shares, each share would be worth $1. Make sense? Makes sense. So if you bought my business for $200,000, you either bought all the shares or you bought one share at $1 and there was 200,000, you are getting fair value. You are getting what the business is worth. And you'd buy it because you see my growth, you look at my balance sheet and you go, next year Martyn's going to earn double again because I'm doubling all the time. So that would be a good investment. So your share would go up as my business returns to shareholders. Simple, right? You understand that. Right, brilliant. However, if I come on today on YouTube and I said, Bitcoin's rubbish, XRP's rubbish, everyone's rubbish, everyone's an idiot, which I do say a lot anyway. But
I'll be watching. I see it. See it.
So what would happen is people would vote and they'd say, rubbish, I'm selling my shares. Martyn Lucas talks rubbish. The price of the shares of my asset would go down. But has my business stopped earning money? No, it's still worth 200 grand. So what we're saying is price is what you pay and value is what you get. The price is a voting machine, and long term, it's a weighing machine. All right. So if you like your XRP because you believe through basic maths and everything else, Christopher, he's on camera. There you go. You can see it going to, well, as I can see it, $10, and I've modeled that and calculated that, not just guessed it like everyone seems to do. Christopher, turn your YouTube off because you're coming through twice. Just watch through the calling device. Let me read this out a second. Star guest on the show.
At Junaid Jamshid 8868 donated $1.99 through a super chat. Quick profits or no crypto until Friday 19th?
I'll come back to that when I finished explaining this to our guests. So people would sell the shares because they would say, I don't like Martyn anymore. So the share price would go down. It wouldn't devalue my business. So what's happening now, crypto is going down a lot more than stocks and shares because it's much more risky. It's high risk, a lot of leverage, a lot of speculation. It doesn't make any money. It's all about who you can sell it to. That's it. All right. Whereas Coca-Cola, I don't need you to buy the shares. I make money when Coca-Cola sell cans of Coke. Make sense? I don't care whether you buy it or not. In fact, I hope you sell it so I can buy it cheaper. There's how we value businesses. So at the moment, because there's uncertainty with debt and GDP and PPI and CPI and all these things that we take in consideration, the businesses are performing well. We like the businesses. The earnings were 75%. We're up. Everything in the S&P 500. Everything is great. However, debt is out of control. Very, very high. It's not out of control, but it's on a path to unsustainability. Leverage in the crypto space has never been like it is because crypto hasn't been there 20 years ago where it is today. And valuations are the highest ever. And we have all that combined with the yen carry trade potentially unwinding on Friday, which I'd say is a 90% certainty. So because of that, people are going, sod this, I'm getting out of my crypto. Now, a lot of people aren't saying, sod this, I'm getting out. They're being forced to get out because they've done 10x, 100x, 1000x leverage, and it only goes down 1 cent and it gets taken away from them. There's nothing they can do. Now, when they lose their money and it goes down, it starts a trickle effect. Then everybody else sees it's going down. So now they're getting liquidated or they're selling. So I hope that explains everything to you. So should you be selling your crypto? Well, I don't sell for losses unless the fundamentals have changed and I made a mistake, and I did make lots of mistakes at the beginning, and I sold Virgin Galactic for a loss. As it turned out, it kept on going down, and I would have lost a lot more money. But nevertheless, so I was right to sell for a loss because I would have lost a lot more, and I rebalanced to start it again. That was my biggest lesson. If you think it's going to go up from here and you've got no reason to sell, then don't sell. I don't know what you think about it. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it answers my question.
Doesn't tell you what to do, though.
Basically saying risk management. You're saying just
risk management is the key word. And that is why I'm up 49% with just the S&P, because I risk manage. When it went down, I applied $500,000 using margin to buy the dip with the V shape. I've done the same thing with Coca-Cola. I sold it on the way up. I didn't hold on to it. Oh, I want to hold Coca-Cola. It's going to go $80. I rebalanced. I trimmed. I brought all these things into equation. So I risk manage. It's not about making money. It's about protecting your money. Because if you are in the market and you protect your money, you are always going to win, because inflation exists, which means money is devalued, which means prices go up, which means your stock goes up. Not your crypto. XRP doesn't go up because we have inflation, but the price of a can of Coke does, if that makes sense. Right. So by remaining in the market, you always make money, even if the business goes sideways with inflation. That's why people say, stay in the market and you always win. You do, but not because you're smart and clever. It's because money got devalued. It had nothing to do with you. Does that answer your question now?
Okay. So yeah, it does. Thank you. I appreciate you, Martin.
Risk management. It's what it's all about. It's easy to make money. The hard part is to keep it. Let's move on. RB joined us next. RB, how are you, mate? Great night on Friday. Thanks for joining me, pal, in the pub. It was great.
It was a good time. I appreciate it every time. Thank you.
Yeah, love it. What's your comment and question, mate?
Well, I got Martin's MSK's misconfusing earlier, so
sorry,
you misread it. Yeah. No, but yeah, I knew what it was, and so we seen it. But I just kind of wanted to call in and because this is, I think, members only now. So
just 1 second, RB. Star guest on the stage.
At High Energy Investments donated $5 through a super chat. What if they're making backdoor deals and the Japanese interest rate doesn't go up?
Okay, we'll come on to the super chats in a minute. I will answer it. RB, carry on. Sorry.
That's okay. As I was saying, this is members only, and I've been with you like at least 9 months now, and I've been on here before during the day shows and explain when I started investing. But as far as XRP, now what I know, people listening, I would take profit when you can. I've been up myself about $8,000-9,000 in XRP. It didn't sell. So you can call me either diamond hands or dumbass of XRP, whatever. Okay, I'm one or the other. Okay. So, but now I know what I'm trying to tell you and the viewers is people are doing it. I mean, if you're a true believer in XRP, you can make your profit, trim it, whatever you want to call it, but you're going to buy back because you know where it's going to go. And I'm guilty of just letting it sit there and not do anything. So I'm just telling you, I've got quite a bit of it too. So it is what it is.
Yeah, I agree. And it was horrible the other day. In fact, today, I think it was today on X, I had somebody say, oh, here he goes again. He's in crypto. He's out of crypto. He's in crypto. He's out of crypto. Yeah, because I want to keep winning and making money. And I have a responsibility, a self-imposed responsibility to try to provide a good source of information. If I'm just sitting here losing my money, I mean, what's the point? I mean, why would you want to watch that? And would that be entertaining? Would it be some sort of entertainment watching me collapse and lose my house and get divorced and start selling the studio to pay the bills? And because it wouldn't be very smart, would it? So, you've got to take profit. And if you know the markets are going down because you're studying the information, and I'm fortunate to be provided with some great information directly from the source, which I share everything with everybody. If that's the case, then if I don't sell, then what's the point of knowing anything? It's pretty pointless. But anyway, thanks for sharing your story with us, RB. We've all lost money. I've lost 40 plus grand, so I know what it feels like. We've got margin called. We all lose money. We all make mistakes, but you're learning from it. I'm learning from it. And since then, I've not lost a single trade. So.
Yeah, I'm holding it just to let everybody know. Yeah, I've still got it.
Good for you, mate.
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere.
Good for you. Good for you. Moving on now, we have Doug. Doug's just called in the very first time. Doug, lovely to have you on the show. Where are you calling in from, sir?
I'm calling in from Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix, Arizona. On the way to Phoenix. She'll be crying. What's his name? Not Don McClain. Glenn Campbell. On the way to Phoenix or whatever it's called. Anyway, I'm sorry. Don, how can we help you?
Well, Well, I mean, I've been watching you quite a bit and stuff, and I've been noticing that you've been making some pretty smart choices and stuff. And the question that I wanted to ask is, I have a significant amount of XRP, and I've been hearing a lot how people saying, you know, that you have to have an exit strategy and stuff like that, you know. And I've been watching the fundamentals of XRP a lot, and I know that you know, certain things are going to start happening pretty soon with it eventually, you know, when all these institutions, you know, buy up as much as they need or whatever to, you know, for the use case or whatever. And do you think it's a prudent idea to actually, you know, sell my XRP when I know that it's going to be, you know, possibly, you know, like raising, you know, in the future when I'm looking at it in a fundamental basis and not as in, you know,
Well, okay. Well, first of all, I disagree with you have to have an exit strategy. I've never agreed with that. I don't buy anything that I can't hold for life. I don't want to waste my time buying a business that I have to worry about. If I'm buying with the intention of a quick scalp trade in and out on a day, that's not an investment. That's a trade. That's not an investment. Completely different, all right? So you got to know the difference. Is it something you want to own as an investment, or is it just merely a momentum trade? Nothing wrong with doing that. I do it all the time, right? But I want to own something that I can own, and I can forget about it, and I can wake up in 20 years' time when I do need the money, knowing it's going to be up. Now, it's important not to get confused with being up, as in the price of the stock or the price of the crypto. I'm more focused on how it earns money. Does it make money? That's the point. So here's my mate Brian. Love this man. He's the best. Midnight man, Midnight Bob. But right now, I have an income. I work on YouTube, and we've all got jobs, and I don't need my pension. I don't need my investments. So what I'm trying to do now is acquire and build a position so I've got more of what I like at the best possible price. And the reason why I want the best possible price, that'll give me the best possible return. But the lower my averages are and the better my return, the more I can borrow against it. So it protects my portfolio so I can take bigger risks. I can get more margin. I can buy bigger dips on crashes like on Friday, which I'm expecting. So I'm trying to build something. I'm trying to build a portfolio, not how can I make money out of this? What's my exit strategy? Because I bought, let's just say Coca-Cola, because it makes money. It makes money. It's very profitable. It's well run. It's well managed. Just like you choosing a wife. Your wife provides you with the things that you need, right? She's a good wife. You chose her like you choose a car or a house. For me, I choose a business the same way. I want a business that can take care of me, all right? So I chose a good business, and I give it time to grow, and I want to own it because a good business today is a good business in 20 years. So I'm not looking at an exit strategy. However, with crypto, of course, it doesn't sit and make you any money. It'll never make you any money. All it does is go up in price. And it goes up in price because more people want it. It becomes more scarce. Nobody's selling because everybody wants to hold on to it. So people will pay more. But don't confuse that with it's going up in price because of inflation or it's making any money. It's not. Like the Mona Lisa doesn't make any money. It just sits on the wall. But more people want it, inflation, the price goes up, and that's how it works. So I think a bit of that in your portfolio is okay. To have your whole portfolio like that is okay too, as long as you know what it is. A giant speculative gamble. And that's it. Because at the end of the day, if every single person in the world sold XRP, and it went to 0.0000001 cent, and you owned all of it, and you refused to sell it, but nobody wanted to buy it off you because they've all said, I don't want it, it's just not worth anything, you'd be stuck owning an asset worth 0.0000001 cent. Everyone thinks if you can buy it cheaper, there's always someone who wants to buy it. Not necessarily. So I wouldn't have an exit strategy. I'm not looking at exit strategies. I'm not looking at prices. I'm looking at what this item, business, product, stock, crypto, whatever, provides me. What does it give you? If it doesn't make you any money, but you think more people are going to want to buy it in the future, then that's fine. But it's always a good idea to, if you know it's going down for all the macro conditions that I talk about all the time, to sell and buy back more. Because if you sell for a profit, you can buy back more. I mean, when I got out of XRP the other day and made 17% profit, moved it into SGov because I knew that this was going to happen. Then I bought Coca-Cola and I waited. I was in SGov first. I bought Coca-Cola when it bottomed. I bought it. I made $5,000 a couple of weeks ago, $5,000 on Friday. I had $4,000 today. I didn't take the profit. I'm about $3,000 up. Imagine now if I sell all of that, I've got a lot more money to buy a lot more XRP, and now about 30% less than where it was. So now I can have tons more XRP. I'm in a much better position by selling and trimming and buying back. Does that answer your question? Oh, sorry.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, yes. Oh, it does. Okay, great. Well, I'm really glad it does. Anything else?
But so one more thing though. So you don't think that the XRP supply is going to run out or anything, you know, with this bank charter or anything like that, or
Right.
that was more toward what I'm leaning towards with the question. But
Right.
I get what you're saying about being more diversified with my portfolio.
Yes.
As in not putting all my eggs in a basket.
Yes, but don't be diversified just for diversified sake, because if you're diversified for diversified sake, that just means you don't know anything about anything, and you're just buying everything. I mean, you might as well go out and
for sure.
just buy some rubbish from the next door neighbor, just in case there's something in the rubbish bin that's worth something. It makes no sense. You just got to, you know, be diversified to have a position like for me, Coca-Cola is where the money goes when it comes out of tech. So tech is S&P. I own that. I think it's the only asset you ever need to own. But when that sells, where does it go? Defensive. For me, the best balance sheet, Coca-Cola. So I don't need lots of different things. And I want SGov to give me a guaranteed income while I'm waiting to move from place to place. That's my cash. So I've only got 3 things. Don't need a million things, right? You just need a few things. All right. Brilliant. Thank you. Thank you. Let's move on now. I love this. When people call in, here he is, the man, the legend. Here he is, Christopher Pennington. How are you, sir? How can I help you?
I'm very well, Martin. How are you?
Great, mate. You're looking well there. Like the haircut, mate. It's good styling. It's in this year.
It's very, yeah. When I have a shower in the morning, I wash my face. I don't know where to stop. Yeah.
Do you know what I use, mate? I use Head and Shoulders shampoo. I just all over, just go like that.
Yeah. I like to be clean cut and fresh nowadays.
That's right, mate. That's bloody right. How can we help you, mate? Before you ask your question, thank you for your membership support, your sponsorship. Thanks for the super chats. You've been very generous. Thank you.
Well, I'd like to thank you, actually, Martin. I think I'm a big believer in karma, and I think what you put out in the world comes back tenfold. And over the last year, I've seen the roller coaster that you've been on personally. I've also seen your channel evolve, the guys become more involved, particularly Vaz and Sensei. And you know, I remember following you at 50-something thousand subscribers and smashing your way all the way through 100,000, and that's not an easy task. And you started 4 years ago, and you know, it's been a long ride. I've started tech companies out of my garage. Some were flops, some have become massive global businesses. And I know the journey. It's very, very hard. It's very, very difficult,
Certified
Martin.
Wells has become a member.
And you know, I always say with the teams that I've built, you know, if you want to win the Champions League, you've got to recruit Champions League winner players. And to do that means you have to identify talent and bring them on board, and you still have to go through every game, give it 100%, and it's blood, sweat, and tears. And at the end of it, you still need a bit of luck. So, and from a personal point of view, you know, I've I've built tech companies. I've got a real estate company, and I always avoided crypto, but I was a spectator. And the reason I avoided the crypto market is because the noise online led me to believe that you had to be a trader. And one of the key things that I got from watching your channel is you don't have to be a trader. You can just be an investor. If you do your research and you like a certain company or a certain asset, you can just buy it. And you can buy it and hold it. And if you believe in it, you ride it through the bad times, but you ride it through the good times. And for me, that was why I dipped my toe into the crypto market 12 months ago, not really knowing anything. And you know, I'm a director of a company that operates in blockchain,
Oh,
but I work
really?
on the business. Yeah, I work on the business side of things, not on the technology side of things. So that just shows you how alien that world can be.
Wow.
And
What a story
it's
that is.
it's only by educating yourself. And how do you educate yourself? You educate yourself by connecting with people and communities who are better than you. You know, Carlos Ancelotti can't win the Champions League on his own. He has to recruit the best players in the world in order to do that. And I can see the evolution of your channel has gone through that in just 12 months. And if you look at the escalation, where it will be in 12 months' time, who knows? But I would, if we could tokenize your channel, I would buy part of it today. Let's just say that, Martyn.
Are you connected that hang on a minute. Are you connected with do you know where do I start with this question? Do you know how to create a coin, a token?
Yeah. Well, no, the people in our lab and in our company know how to do it. I don't. I know the people that know how to do it.
Okay,
I work
that's
on the
good enough
business
for
side
me.
of things.
That's good enough for
But
me.
yeah.
I've been looking for someone like that for ages. Because what
Well,
I want to do,
it's
I want to bring out the best coin ever. And I am absolutely convinced with this principle, we can have the best crypto coin ever. And this is what I want to do. I want to bring
right.
out a coin like a Bitcoin with 21 million coins, whatever. So there's a maximum supply. You set all of that out
Subscribers get first dabs.
right. Yeah. Hang on,
So
RB. Right. And then I burn 90% of it. So it can't be
right.
sold. I can't buy it. I can't dump it. I can't pump it. I am on air making that statement, making that testimony, right? So this has got everything that you want. It was designed for you, not the creators, not the project owners, not somebody who wants to get rich and exploit the system. I want to do it as a gift to the Lucasades, my viewers. A token
Right.
that has a limited supply, so it can't be produced anymore. 90% or whatever is burned, so I can't just pump and dump it and drop it on everybody and suddenly it's worth zero. I then do a pre-IPO to my members so everybody can get it first, all right? I know this can be done, I just don't know how to do it. It's very complicated, right? So all my members are going to go, we love this, right? It can then trade on the blockchain. All my members are going to own it. And it has a fundamental value because it grows in value as the show grows and gets bigger. More people want it. The core members don't want to sell it because they want to watch the show grow. They're holding on to it. I'm not coming in, pumping and dumping it and suddenly releasing 1 billion coins that I had under the bed and devaluing it and selling it like loads of people have done and running off. I make live updates on my show telling everybody that's what I'm doing so everyone knows the transparency of it. I reckon that'll be the best crypto coin ever.
Well, I'll share with you a funny story right now. So what you've just explained to me, 4 years ago, I took some chips off the table. I'm still European director of this global company, very close relationship with the CEO. and I was at the point of burnout. I said, look, guys, I need a couple of months out. I took a break. Then I took some chips off the table. And one of my passions is real estate. And I live in 12 months of the year, sunshine, Tenerife. I want to build luxury villas. So I buy some land with my chips off the table, get the projects done, partner with an amazing company in California, one of the best designers in the world. They've done the designs for our luxury villas here. And I realized that I've not got enough money to build the villas. So I go to a funding company in Europe, actually in Spain. I say, look, I need development finance, development funding. Can you help me? They look at the project. Yeah, Chris, we'll raise you the money in 5 days. And of course, I'm thinking, yeah, I've heard it all before, They want your business. Anyway, I look at the contract, sign it. Lo and behold, these guys list the project. 4 days later, they raise all the money for the development. So I fly to Madrid and I sit with the guys and I'm like, how in the hell? I've been banging my head against the wall with retail banks for 18 months. I can't get the funding. I'm signing everything away. How have you got me this funding so quickly? And they said, it's dead easy, Chris. Crowdfunding. They crowdfunding. I looked at what they charged me for the service and was happy to pay it, believe me. So then I ring up my CEO and I'm like, I won't say the guy's name. It's not fair on your channel, but I ring him up and I said, you won't believe I've just got the funding for my projects. This is how they've done it. I'm looking at doing this maybe as an exit strategy of the villas. And what I need is a tokenization platform. And my CEO said, Chris, you really should have come back to the office sooner. He goes, we've developed this platform over 12 months ago. If you want to utilize it, it's there, you know, take it as a goodwill payment for 10 years of service. We'll put you in the business of a tokenized real world asset business. And I couldn't believe it, Martin. I was astonished. And that made me look even more. And I know you've got your opinions on the crypto market. I have mine. Everyone has their opinions. One thing I love about the tokenization and the blockchain. So blockchain is at the speed of light anywhere around the world, works on the smart contracts. And if you combine that with real world assets like real estate, so people that cannot get onto the property ladder, can't buy a property outright, can now own by way of smart contract, either by paying by fiat, stablecoin, or crypto. They can own a part of a real world asset and receive a real world return every year on that asset. So it's a ladder for the generations younger than us to actually have secure assets. And I think this is one of the things you promote on your channel. Look, there's risk assets like crypto. You've got your more, let's say, secure, stable investments like the S&P 500, VU, etc., etc. And I think the next wave after the liquidity wave, maybe 2027, will be the real world asset wave. And what you've just explained, what you would like to do with your channel, your community, is to put a value on that and tokenize it and allow people to engage with you and become even more part of it by owning part of it. And that's really how innovation starts at the grassroots level, because when people are engaged and people have got skin in the game, they're so much more passionate. They'll work the extra hours, they'll go the extra mile, they'll do the extra things that are required for wearing that badge, winning the Champions League. That's how you create passion in a community and bring people together. And going back to my initial comments at the outset, that's exactly what I've seen you do, Martin. So, and I've seen you go through the trolls. A few months ago, you were very upset on the channel. I've had my own experience of that over the last couple of years. It's a difficult thing to handle. I think you handled it very well. And I think one of the things that you did was you stuck to your purpose, and it was all about your core members and the value, not the price, the value that you give to your core members. And that's what keeps them coming back to you because of that value. You know, I think I gave Sensei brain damage week after week, looking at the same charts, asking him the same questions. But the reason why I did that is because I was new to this sector, this industry, and it's almost like a toddler trying to learn off his bigger brother. The only way it does that is by repeatedly asking questions and seeking those answers. And that's how you learn. And you've created a platform and an environment where people can do that. So when people come on and they talk about, oh, the price of XRP, where's it going? Is it going up? Is it going down? Is the price of Bitcoin? Let's just say it's safe to say in the future, it's all going up. It's just, where's your time horizon? People's personal circumstances is, we want the gratification and the satisfaction now. And because of things out of our control, like the tariffs, like the government shutdown, like you know, other black swan events and other issues, these are things that are out of our control. But what keeps you sane, and Sensei says this all the time, expect 50% pullbacks in the market. This is a normal thing. 3 months ago, I was sat listening to him on a Sunday evening thinking, nah, this can't go any lower. I'm going to go all in.
Yeah.
And I literally fought my instinct. I thought, no, listen to what he's saying. This is a guy who's passed his exams in light speed. He could have took a job with a top financial firm. Instead, he decided to join your community and be part of your team with you, Martyn, because he wants to give that value and help other people like us. So sometimes you've got to put your ego aside, which is what I did, and listen to what is being said. So don't go all in, Chris. Keep some of your powder dry, just in case there is a 50% pullback. Lo and behold, what happens? I've bought in, it pulls back 50, 56%, but because I managed my emotions, and because I kept my powder dry, I was able to buy in at a much lower rate, lowering my dollar cost average, meaning I can break even at a much lower level. And this is the value that comes from your channel. So when people are having a go saying, well, you know, you've said sell and, you know, the price is going to here, price is going to go there. Take all of that off the table and listen to the strategy that is, and the expertise, if I may say, and the information that's coming out of the community. And if you really listen to that and adopt it and put it into practice, you're onto a winner. And I can categorically say, if I hadn't have had access to that information and that support, I would be severely down right now, personally, on my own personal funds and not knowing what to do. But because of that support, I'm a much better person. I would say a much better investor for it, even though I'm still learning. That's the value I see of your community. And I'm sorry if I hugged the mic, but I really wanted to convey that to you.
Well, I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. It's what we try to do: provide a service. Taking money, earning money is secondary. It's providing value. Money takes care of itself. That's what we think, and that's what I think anyway. But
Right.
so, are you in a position, your company, to create a coin?
Yes.
Me and you need to have a
Yes.
conversation, then, don't we?
100%. It'd be a pleasure. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, are you on Discord? Are you on Discord?
I am.
You are. Can you send me a message on Discord, and I'll give you my cell number, and we'll have a conversation.
Will do. My pleasure.
Right. Brilliant. There you go. RB, you'll be the first to buy the Lucas coin, won't you, mate?
Hey, I got the first Pilsner.
It'll be great. It'll be what crypto was designed for. It'll be for the benefit of you. It won't be for me, and it'll be great. I've been looking for someone to help me with that for a very long time. Anyway, Brian Bynum, what's your comment,
but
sir?
real quick before Brian comes in, I just got to say one thing. I got to get a beard like Brian because I know I got this old turkey gobbler going on, and man, I want to cover that thing up. So I need one of those, Brian.
Yeah, but you know what though? I like the feeling of completely shaved clean. I just feel good. As soon as I have a bit of a stubble, I start feeling dirty. I mean, Brian's got past that point now. He's just got a nice cuddly beard. He probably doesn't. It doesn't feel all sort of just sticky on your face anymore. It's gone way past it.
I'll trade you my beard for your smile, Darby.
Brian,
there you go.
what's your thought? What's your comments, Brian?
Well, yeah, that was a very interesting conversation with Christopher. My God, you can get the Luca coin going right on. I just wanted to antagonize MSK into calling in, but I'm pretty sure he's long gone. Yeah.
I completely misunderstood what he was saying. But anyway, never mind. Do you believe do you think the carry trade's coming on Friday, or is it going to be nothing's going to happen? Japan's not going to raise the rates, and we're all going to go, oh, what was all that about? And we carry on. What's your thoughts?
I disagree with you. I think the carry trade or the reverse carry trade will happen, but I think it's already priced in. I might be a dummy, but I invest knowing that I'm a dummy, and I put the money into things that I believe in, and you're way smarter than me, and Sensei, Vaz, everybody. You give the information, and I don't want anybody to think that the way Martyn moves his positions and does things is something to follow, unless you're very studied and have put some investment into learning about it. So I just put all my money in on one position and let it ride. I like this company. I like that company. I'm putting it in, and that's it. I'm gonna let it ride.
When you say the carry trade is all priced in, however, I appreciate what you're saying, but that's not how it works though, because you might think that the market assumes we're going to have a carry trade, so it's priced in. We've sold off, blah, blah, blah. Good point. The trouble is though, the point you're maybe overlooking is if we get a carry trade unwind, the size of the leverage in Japan is astronomical. Because remember, it's not just Japanese people. People think, oh, Japan's a little country. It's just a few people living in Japan buying a few shares of Tesla. It's American businesses. It's people accessing Japanese money. Okay, so it's the global investment bank, if you like, right? So if they raise the rate, people that have borrowed when it was a negative rate, which it was, or very low, will get liquidated. And what will happen when that happens is they'll be forced to sell. They will sell. They can't stop it. So what will happen is all of a sudden, billions and billions will get wiped off. So the stock market will go down. It can't just go where it's already priced in. It will go down. So really what it's about is this, because we don't know. Will they raise the rates, and by how much? And if they do raise the rates, and we are predicting a 90% chance of them raising the rates because they have no choice. When they raise the rates, and if they raise the rates, how big is the purse, if you like, of borrowed Japanese money buying the US stock market, bonds, in other words, all of that? How big is that? We don't know. We get a good idea, but we don't know. And depending on how big that is and how high the rates are will determine on how far we crash. It's got nothing to do with it being priced in. I was at the hospital today, and just 1 second, Brian. I was at the hospital today. I was walking across the car park with Lee, and I went, look at everybody walking around like it's a normal day. Very much like in the movie, The Big Short. They're not aware of what they don't know. And me looking at my numbers and the things that I'm looking at and the valuations that I'm looking at, this could be worse than the housing crisis. And people, hundreds of thousands lost homes, lost businesses, and there were people took their lives. This was nothing to celebrate. A handful of people got really rich, while millions lost everything. And if I'm right, and I think I am, if it goes the full extreme as it could, that is the case for Friday. It will take a few days to wind. It doesn't happen overnight. But that's what I think. So that you can't price that in. You can't prepare for that, because if you watch The Big Short with Michael Burry, that whole thing, they could see what was slowly building, but it still didn't stop it from happening just because they could see it was coming. You can't stop it and prevent it. It will be just a massive correction if you call a 40% crash a correction.
Yeah, I think
there was a dress rehearsal, the last reverse carry trade, and I think there might be more people onto it now, but
What do you? Yeah, but you're saying it like it's only happened once. It's happened many, 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 many times. It's a regular occurrence every few years. This is not just everybody learned from the last time, so we're all right. No, this is a regular.
Yep.
I can give you about 50 dates, not off the top of my head, but about 50 dates of famous, well-known crashes through history. It's a regular occurrence.
Yeah.
And everyone goes, it's different this time because AI is different and da-di-da. It ain't.
I prefer to call them overreactions.
They are overreactions, but you can't, if you are liquidated and your margin called, it's not an overreaction. You can't stop it. It just liquidates you. And if everyone's borrowing money like they are with crypto, that's what happened in October. Tom Lee said it was the biggest liquidation in crypto history because everyone was over leveraged. You can't stop it. You can't go, well, stop selling. It just triggered everyone's sell orders and boom, done. Everyone loses money.
Yeah, I'm not like normal people. I'm way out of margin.
Well, that doesn't matter then. Doesn't matter. But of course, if you're not in margin, but your asset goes down 40%, remember, there are people in Japan who have been going sideways for over 30 years because the market just doesn't bounce back. We're used to, in America, we go, oh, it's going to bounce back. It's going to bounce back. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It doesn't always bounce back that quick.
Oh, it happens. I've rode 1-0,
Yeah.
I had 200 shares and it wasn't much. I mean, $2,000 investment, but
it's a lot of money.
it went.
You don't want to be down for 20 years. That's not going to work, is it?
Yeah.
There's economies around the world where they're like that. Look at the Argentinian, markets. You're just down forever. Anyway, I think we had a guest come back. Final thoughts, guys. I've got to wrap this up. It's 6:50 in the evening. My wife is waiting to put dinner on the table. I'm very lucky and privileged because of that. Final thoughts, go around the table. Christopher Pennington, final thoughts.
I think with what's happening in Japan, the most important thing is to know your asset. Had an asset October 7th. Next day it rallied 30%.
That's how I made all my money. All my money was on that one event.
So, firstly, you've got to know your asset. However, what you say, for me, it's a concern. I'm not in a position to sell because I've got volatile assets. So if I sell and it bounces, potentially miss the upside.
Mm-hmm.
I never use leverage ever. So
I use it a lot. I've got nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and like I said at the outset, Martin, because I'm not a trader and I don't understand the sophistication of trading, I'm just happy to buy and hold. And if it goes down and it stays down, I'm in that position where I have to ride the winter.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, I can't be liquidated
I'm not
on the upside.
I mean, I'm not out.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm sitting out. I mean, I've got 40 grand on my S&P on the main account, and about 20 on the Roth. So there's 60 grand. I've got about 170 across two accounts, the Roth and the main account in Coca-Cola. It's not like I'm out, and I've got about 70 grand plus what's on the Roth IRA in T-bills. So it's not like you're just sitting on the sidelines watching it all, because, you know, it could bounce just as quick and you miss it all. And
exactly. And I think the key question is, I think your instinct's right. There's going to be a shock at the end of the week. The key question is, for how long? Or sorry, how far down and for how long?
Well,
and if you can get some comfort with both of those questions, that would kind of determine people's actions.
Absolutely.
If it's a flash crash and it comes back in 2-3 weeks, is it the end of the world? If it's 2-3 months,
but if you can take advantage of it,
if it's 2-3, exactly.
If you can take advantage of it, that one moment. I mean, I put like $500,000 when that Liberation Day happened with Trump. That's what made my entire year. I wouldn't be up 49% in 1 year on the S&P without doing that. Final thoughts from you, RB?
Appreciate you letting me get on here and chat. And the reason I come on was just kind of like anybody listening that was your members. I am a XRP. Of course, you know, my other is I'm in JEPQ. You're going to do an analysis for me on JEPI, which is the sister to that one. And there's going to be a good one. I can't wait for that. So I'm versatile. And actually, I was following you, and I bought the cheapest I got VU during that dip was $4.87 per share.
Nice.
And but I ended up selling and taking 21% profit.
That's right.
You know.
We're all going to buy back at a higher prices. That's just the way it works. Nothing wrong with that. Final thoughts, Brian?
Hey, do what you want to do. If you don't do what you want to do, or if you'd done otherwise that you wanted to do, you hadn't have been yourself. Something like that.
I love it. Absolutely right. At the end of the day, do you know what, folks? Don't mean nothing really. It's all about just life and getting on with it. All the money we got today will be gone one day anyway. Who the bloody hell cares? Just show up, enjoy your life, do the best you can, wear an XRP hoodie like RB, drink and be merry, tell someone you love them. It don't matter anyway. It's all nonsense.
Great calling, Christopher.
Thanks for calling in, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, gents.
There we go.
Bye, RB.
Guys, got to wrap this up. It's time to rock and roll. I've got my dinner on the table. You heard Leah come in and tell me the dinner's ready, so I'm out of here. Stay right where you are. It'll take you to the extra channel automatically. I'll give you the link in the chat. Join me behind the scenes. Vaz is, there's some content at the moment about silver. Watch that live chat, replay from the morning show. There's extra. I'll see you back in the morning. End of the day, just be careful. All right. It's at the end of the day, it's just a bit of a game, but money's real, I suppose, you know, really. Until next time, as always, have a wonderful evening. Tell someone you love them. Be safe. Be thankful for what you have. Have low expectations, and you're always a winner. That's the way I look at it. Every day you win, dollar, don't matter. If you're winning, you smile, you get through life. That's it. Because none of us get out of here anyway at the end. That's it from me. Maybe the Luca coin is a little bit closer than we thought. Christopher Pennington, reach out to me on Discord. I hope we can get it moving. That's it from me. Take care of yourselves and each other.